right, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Prosperous Man podcast. I am your host, Leonard McElveen, and this is episode 072 Success. All right, so today what I want to start with is a quote that I found that I just really like. A very familiar, very famous quote. So you've probably heard it before, but it is from Eric Thomas, and it says, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. So that quote it's made its rounds. It's been in inspirational videos. You've probably seen it, heard it at any given point in time. So I think it's from a speech from a while ago, but it is from Eric Thomas. And I believe it's Dr. Eric Thomas and his podcast now, the Secrets to Success podcast. So that's our quote for the day. So as we start and as we just look and think about this, it made me want to think of, what does success look like? What does success look like for you guys? How do we define success? The easiest and the first way most people define success has to do with financial. It has to do with how much money they make, their job title, their income. It has to do with financial. So what does success look like for you? And if we're honest, everybody has a different idea, has a different take on what success looks like. For some people, it might be 50,000. Of making 50,000 a year. Some people might be making 50,000 a month. Some people might be making 100,000. Some people, it might be able to just pay all their bills. But that's just the financial aspect. What else does success look like for us? What does it look like for you? What does success look like in your relationships? What does success look like emotionally? What does success look like mentally, as far as your mental health? Does it mean having a therapist, having a psychiatrist? Does it mean seeing somebody and being able to talk through those things and get help? What does success look like professionally? Is it going to the next level? Is it looking for the next promotion? Or do you enjoy what you do? Are you content professionally? Not everyone is meant to be going to the next title. Everyone can't be a boss. If everyone's a boss, then no one is a boss. That's a prevailing ideology that's going around today, is that everybody needs to be a boss. Well, if everybody's a boss, then who does what jobs? Everybody can't be in charge. You, in a company, in relationships, whether you're working a 9 to 5, whether you're an entrepreneur, everybody has a role to play. Somehow people don't want to play roles and everybody wants to be the boss. So what does success look like for you professionally? It's okay not being the boss. It's okay to be content in your job. It's okay to find peace in what you do and enjoy what you do. That's just a couple of the areas. So that's 5 areas of what we should be thinking of what success looks like for us. Financially, emotionally, mentally, professionally. That's 4 areas. And relationships. That's 5. Boom. I knew I forgot one. That's 5. 5 areas that we want to look at what success looks like for us. So then, if we start to look at what success looks like, and we're starting to think about those things, then we have to move on and say, okay, how do I get from where I am to that level of success? How do I go from the place that I'm at, which may be enjoyable, may be comfortable, but it's not my desired goal? How do I get from where I am to where I want to go? Now, you can Google this, you can YouTube this, everybody will have their own way, thought process, steps to take, all that sort of stuff. Everybody will have their own thing of what you should do. What it comes down to is, do you have a vision? Where are you going? You've got to be able to see what you want to do and where you want to go. I don't care how many steps it takes. I don't care if this guru or if that person is coaching you, if you need mentorship, guidance, if you need accountability, your vision is the first thing you need. You've got to be able to see and to know where you want to go. It won't happen. You will get distracted. You will quit. You will give up. All of those things. But you've got to be able to maintain a vision of where you want to go and what you want that success to look like. Next, you've got to have some sort of goals. You've got to have some sort of plan of how to get from where you are to to that vision, to that dream of what you want to do. So if your goal is to, if your vision is to, have successful relationships, have successful friendships, be in a successful marriage partnership, to be have successful relationships, you've got to go, okay, what does that look like for me? So my goal is to be able to, my vision is that I get to spend quality time with friends. I get to spend quality times with family members. So then my plan, my goal is that then I begin to put myself out there. I'm going to call these people. I'm going to ask them to lunch. I'm going to ask them to dinner. I'm going to put on events or put on things to do that will then foster those relationships. Or I'm going to go where these people are. I'm going to go where they are and what they're doing. I'm going to go to the events. I will pay my own way. I will do whatever it takes to get the end result. The end result is I want to have meaningful relationships. So then I'm going to put myself out there to introduce myself to people, to invite them out and not just wait for them to call, not just wait and assume, oh, everybody knows I'm trying to have friends. Everybody knows I'm trying to build relationships. Why isn't anybody calling me? We can't be the victim in our own pursuit of our goal. We can't be the victim in our own pursuit of our dream. So we have to be the catalyst. You have to power it through. So you got to have the steps, have the plans. It can be something as simple as I'm going to go out to lunch twice a month with a friend. That will build the relationships. And depending on where you are in life and what your friend group looks like, they might have kids, they might have full-time jobs. Everybody's schedule is different. You can't be offended when it doesn't work out the first way. So, but the things you need to get from where you are to where you want to go. You need a vision. You need a goal or a plan of what you want to do. And then you need some sort of level of accountability. If it all just stays in your mind, if it all just stays in your head, there's no level of accountability and you can quit on yourself. And most times we do. We quit on ourselves. We quit when it gets hard. We quit when it's a late night, when it's tiring, when we've had a long day, when we don't want to do it anymore. All of the excuses will always be there. There's a new show on Netflix. Something else just premiered. I need to watch this. We'll quit for all those things because there's no level of accountability. So that's what you want to have your level of accountability for, is to make sure that when I try to quit, because I know me, so when I try to buck out, when I try to quit, somebody will hold me to the fire and be like, why haven't you done what you said you wanted to do? Why haven't you kept pursuing this goal and this dream that you talked and were so passionate about? So that's what you're going to need. Very basic. I mean, I'm sure there's more things that you can need, more things that you can look up on what you need to attain the level of success that you want. So now, after we've looked at how to get to that level, we then have to come across and we then have to address the barriers that we're going to run into. You're going to run into barriers. This should almost be expected. Anytime you want to move from where you are to the next level, to a different level, you should expect a barrier. You should expect something to try. Something's going to go wrong. It's not all going to go perfect. Something will happen. There will be a family emergency. There will be days where you're tired and you don't want to do it. There will always be something that will try to stop you. And a lot of times it's our own self. We can sabotage ourselves. So when it comes to overcoming the barriers, you've got to have the right mindset. What's important is the right mindset. That's where that level of accountability comes in. Because sometimes our mindsets we can be toxic to ourselves. We can talk ourselves out of doing things because we think somebody else is doing it, because somebody else doing it better, or there's a celebrity doing it and they've got millions and millions of viewers and subscribers and like all these sort of things. We can talk ourselves out of pursuing it. Somebody else is more qualified. They've been doing it longer. They know what they're talking about more. They have more knowledge. The mindset is important. So making sure that our mindset, where we're not talking ourselves out of pursuing the vision and the dream that we have for ourselves. Another thing to overcoming barriers is you're going to have to encourage yourself. Be able to encourage yourself. Whether that is music, whether that is writing, whether it is going for walks, you've got to be able to encourage yourself. Things that make you laugh, things that lift your spirit. You have to know yourself to be able to know what it is that when you are not doing what you want to do, that will encourage you, that will pick you up, that will move you to getting out of that kind of funk and being able to pursue and get back to what you were doing. What encourages you? What brightens your day? Is it a song? Is it a video? Is it talking to someone? What's your encouragement? What's your go-to encouragement? And then overcoming barriers, overcoming those hurdles. The last thing is that you have to be committed to keep pushing. You have to be committed to the process. You have to be committed to pursuing this. No matter if I take a day off, a month off, a week off, I'm going to keep going in this direction. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep working towards this. Because I want this dream, I want this goal to happen for me, for my life, for my family, for whoever. This is the goal, and this is what I want to see come to pass. And this is what I want my life to look like. So those are just a couple things real quick of what success looks like. What does it look like for us? What does it look like for what we want to do? And how do we get there? How do we get there? So I hope that was encouraging. I hope it was just an encouraging word of what you needed today, and hopefully it spurs you, or it lights a fire and encourages you to keep going and to keep doing and pursuing the dream that you have. Pursue the level of success that you want to attain. And yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching, for listening. I appreciate every view, every subscriber. Please like, share, subscribe to all of the channels. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, Apple Podcast. So wherever you find podcasts, you will find the Prosperous Man podcast. Thank you guys, and have a great day.